So he saw this lone towering tree in an empty clear cut, and it just stood there, majestic but also kind of heartbreaking. Of course, we saw the picture, and you guys can also watch it on our Instagram. The tree looks like lonely and very
Sad.
heartbroken.
Yeah.
So he photographed this tree and he gave him the name Big Lonely Tower.
I just returned from Nashik. Nashik is, for the one person who listens, maybe from outside India, it's a tier 2 city in India, and my current employers are over there. And it is popular for the Sula vineyard. Sula is our local wine.
Nasik is famous for vineyards, right?
Yeah, for all vineyards. And I really want to go to this one, which is a little, this time we had no time. I want to go to one which is outside the city. And they make, apparently, it's one of the best wines that is produced in the country. It has been rated really, really well. But they make only over there and they sell only over there. It's not available in like stores. So I really want to go there the next time. But I had amazing food, like such fantastic fucking food I had, and such
Maharashtrian
great pan.
food or
Maharashtra. So I'm a fan of misal pav. So I went to that. That was amazing. Then I had, there was this Mexican place that was also pretty nice. Then there was this fusion Italian place that was also pretty nice. So, and all on the company's dime. So it was pretty good that day.
that's always
the free food almost always tastes better. That's a fact.
Better, right?
That is true.
Yeah. That is
100%. There's no denying that.
But I forgot to tell you also, Sandy, while coming in the flight, I was sitting next to the happiest baby on the planet. Throughout the flight, she did not cry once. She was playing throughout the flight. She was laughing and smiling. Such an adorable baby. I was so happy to meet her. So, see, babies, when they are like happy babies, are the best company. They're like cats, like really good company at that point of time. It's only when they grow up a little bit and become toddlers. Oh, God. Like the other toddlers on the flight were very annoying. But the baby, adorable. So cute. Had a very good time. And I lost my fucking Kindle.
What? How?
I left it in the flight. I'm so unhappy, dude.
You can actually get it back.
Yeah, I called the airlines and I asked them, they connected me to the lost and found, and I was like, I really want this back. It's very, very old. Like it's extremely old. It takes like a second of a pause while turning the page. But it works, right? It's like, I don't want to throw away an electronic item just like that. Like it fully works. So I need it back.
This podcast is literally, we're literally the poster people for, especially ADHD. Like, I can't stress enough how much, if any therapist, any psychiatrist, any mental health professionals are working out there who by chance come across this podcast, I mean, all your red flags must be immediately going up. Oh my God, that's a gold mine here. Dude, all these random podcasts and shows get sponsored by these apps, BetterHelp and so on and so forth. We need BetterHelp for this podcast. BetterHelp, reach out to us. Reach out to us. There is no one who can advertise your brand better than us. Literally no one. We don't need to write an ad copy. We just need to talk normally.
Since we're on this topic of our issues, and Ashmita and I, we both have ADHD, we forget things. And I remember this one time we were at your place, like I was at your place, and Ashmita told me that she keeps forgetting to water the plants, which she only bought, and the very same day she put like reminders to water the plants. So on that note, we're going to talk about plants and trees. and this
Oh
one
my
particular
God.
tree on this one particular tree. I think I told you about this tree few weeks back, and it's a
Oh, that
very
gigantic tree.
yes.
Also, Prakhar, longest segue on the
Yeah,
planet. Like that
we
was a
li- we
1.5
literally
minute long segue.
we ran a mile to move a block, basically. You know,
Insane.
we
I
ran a literal
had
mile to get there.
I had
Okay.
to put in a little context also, no?
Yeah,
So, but anyway,
Sure.
yeah, I agree. It was a long
yeah.
segue,
Long,
but
yes.
anyway, so we're talking about this tree, huge ass tree. The tree is called Big Lonely Doug.
Duck.
So it's a
Duck.
Doug,
Duck.
Doug, Doug.
Ah, the tree's name is Doug. How nice.
Yeah. So it's a Douglas fir tree.
Ah,
If you
okay.
know about it's
Yeah.
I don't remember if I had written the scientific name of this tree. I think Phoenacious
Nobody
something.
cares, Prakhar.
But
Nobody cares
anyway, so
about
So
it's a
scientific names. We will forget immediately. Let's go.
scientific
Let's go
names
Maybe
to
are
it.
not.
just I think it's exclusively for the scientists to know only. There is no use
Yeah.
for all the rest of us to know any of these names.
100%.
Yes.
That is true. That is true. So this tree is called Big Lonely Doug, and it's a Douglas fir tree, and it is located in southern end of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. All right.
Mhm.
So it's a huge ass tree, and it's very old. It's rough. It is estimated to be around 1,000 year old. Very old. And right now, this is the only tree in that entire valley. But at one point, the entire valley was filled with Douglas fir tree. These trees are called old growth trees.
Mhm.
Old growth trees are basically trees like who the trees that have been in that area since the very inception of the entire forest. So basically, it's maybe now a law, but it was an unsaid law that you are not supposed to cut old growth trees
Mhm.
because they have been in that area since the very
Right.
inception of the forest.
And also,
So
they store like so much carbon. So
yeah,
when you cut
yeah,
down a tree, the carbon is gone it's released. That's horrifying.
yeah.
But yes, please continue.
So I'll give you a little more details like the dimensions of the tree, so that it'll give you a better idea of how big this tree is. So it is about 230 feet tall.
Mhm.
All right. So
Hmm.
the numbers can vary because the numbers are from last year. They haven't
Mhm.
measured it this year, so it might vary, but not like too
Not a
much.
Not too
lot. Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's 230 feet tall, about the
Mhm.
height of let's say 21-story building,
Hmm.
Mhm.
and the diameter of the tree is 12.8, around 13 feet wide.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
which is
wow.
roughly almost the size or maybe bigger than a pickup truck.
Bigger than two Sandys lying head to head.
Yes. That's literally what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it out loud, but thank you for saying it out loud.
But the users don't know how big Sandy is.
That is true.
Yes.
How is that a reference?
In my head, that is what I was thinking. Two
So
Sandys lying
what
head
we
to
should do now?
head.
We should click Sandy. Like we should click a picture of Sandy and then
Lying
maybe
down.
and then place Sandy side to side and then the
Yeah.
tree in the background, like a proper
Comparison.
cheap edited photo
Yeah, yeah.
for reference.
We should do this. Sandy,
Yeah, let's
during
not.
the break, come lie down here and I will
Let's
click a
not.
picture.
Let's not do that.
Wow. Okay.
Nonsense.
We'll try if Sandy agrees. But if not, then we have different options also. But Sandy,
I
wouldn't
mean,
it be fun?
I don't know
Not for
what is
you, but
funny.
not for you, but for the audience.
yeah, and for the both of us, Sandy.
Acha. Sure. Sure.
But also, Prakhar, what do you mean
Yeah.
we'll figure out options? People will find a way to understand what 13 feet is.
Of course, but it's better if you have like a regular reference for people.
So, Sandy, you will have to do this. for the benefit of the podcast. You'll have to lie down.
I mean, I'm
And
sure
we'll
we
have
can
to-
we can find a photo of me standing up, and we'll just have to rotate it. That is also an option.
Or standing up is also fine, because otherwise we'll have to rotate the tree, no? To make the comparison. So the tree
Why
is
will you
standing.
have
So
to
we'll.
rotate it? Why do you have
Right,
to
no.
What do you
It's
mean?
the diameter. It's the diameter. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. Okay, fine.
That
fine.
is why we
The
didn't let
entire
Ashmita
tree,
edit.
the entire tree is not two Sandys long.
Yeah.
That's a very small fucking tree then.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
And that is the reason we don't let Ashmita edit any of our reels or. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is, like I said, the tree is roughly 1,000-year old. And to give you a little more context, it is as old as when Cholas were ruling basically south of India, and the Vikings were still exploring the North Atlantic, and Taj Mahal wasn't built back then. So it is as, like, you can imagine how old this tree is. So for reference, this is the tree, and as you can see, the area near to the tree has completely been destroyed.
Sorry,
Yeah.
one question.
Yeah.
Destroyed, as in they must have cut down the trees and everything. It must have been a forest. They cut it down,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So now the growth that we see around the tree, the green growth, that is not any effort of bringing of like afforestation or anything, or what? That's just natural wild growth.
The trees were cut down in 2011, if I got the 11 or 12, if I
Okay.
have the date correct. But it was around 2011 and 12. And I will come to that story because there's also a story on this. But the trees were cut around 2011 or 12, and there was supposed to be construction done over here, and like roads were supposed to be made. But the next part of this story I'll come to later. But anyway, so this is the tree, and do you see a person standing near the tree?
Yeah, a very small, tiny person.
I cannot
Bottom
see
left.
any
Bottom
person.
left.
Oh, right. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ with that green pants.
Yes. So this is
So
the guy.
tiny. Not green pants,
Yeah.
green shirt.
Green
Super
shirt.
tiny.
Yeah. So imagine how big this tree is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Gigantic.
This is the guy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so this is so the old lonely Doug is not this is not the oldest tree. Honestly, there's another Douglas fir tree which is very close to this one. This is so the lonely Doug is the second oldest tree,
Okay.
and the oldest one is called the Red Creek. All right.
Okay.
So this is the world's oldest, and the diameter I think I have. This is around 74 meters tall and a diameter of around
No, you
4.2
can't.
meters.
You can't do this. You can't switch from meters to feet. Now I'm confused. You just stick to one metric.
We've had an
So
entire
two-
episode on this, Prakhar.
Yeah, but
Don't
no,
be
I'm
like
not
the
going to sit and
Americans.
I'm not going to sit and convert. Please.
Yes, I'm
I just
asking
stick to
Prakhar to
this.
do it. I'm
Yeah.
asking him not to be an American.
Fine. So it is 243 feet tall and around 14 feet the diameter.
Just a little wider then.
Yes. But I wanted to bring this up also because the Lonely Douglas is not the only tree. This is Lonely Douglas is the second oldest. The oldest is the Red Creek, and also in the same valley. So this is the Red Creek. As you can see, the
Yeah.
person and the diameter. For some reason, I love such old trees. I have a weird thing, of course, for
Clouds.
and then trees.
Yeah.
So we've discussed this, but anyway, so this is Red Creek.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what is the significance of this tree? Why it became so famous, and how it got the name the Lonely Doug?
Contrary to Big Lonely Doug, I think we'll all together take a break now, and we'll see you on the other side.
Okay, Prakhar, where were we?
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you about the tree, the story, how it became, the tree became so famous, and what is the significance behind the name. So first of all, I
Mhm.
just wanted to tell you guys that how I came to know about this tree.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no backstory. It was just a random reel I saw. All right, and
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I
Why do you both do this? Why do you both do this? Always. I will tell you the story. There was no story. Why is it that
the
both of
truth, because that
you?
is the truth. It
I
was just a
literally did it
random,
once. I did it once. That's all.
and I this is the first time I'm doing this.
Go ahead,
Everyone
Prakhar.
is allowed at least one instance of edging, Ashmita. It's okay. You can do it next time.
No, I overshare. I do not know how to edge.
You should learn
That
how
is
to
also
edge
true.
then.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm a nice person, Sandy. I don't like edging.
Sure. Because
Yeah.
oversharing naturally means you're a very nice person. Yes. You know who else is an oversharer? Any guesses?
Oh,
Donald Trump. He shares literally everything that's
are
going on in his head.
you?
Every single little
You're
thing that's going on in his head, he shares with everyone. That's
you're
literally how
comparing
he
me to
talks.
Donald Trump?
No, I'm just telling you
Yes.
that oversharing does not necessarily mean you are a good person. I just gave you an example there.
I said not edging. I don't edge because I'm a good person. Go ahead,
Fine.
All right,
Prakhar.
guys. So
your
can
your
I?
dampener
Can
of
I?
a story where you just found it randomly. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
So I was just scrolling through Instagram and I came across this reel by Karishma Climate Girl. All right. She's an
Ah,
influencer.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's actually pretty good. I know her.
Yeah,
She's in
yeah,
Canada
yeah, yeah, yeah.
only.
Yeah, she's very famous and she makes pretty good content, to be honest. I went
Yeah.
through like her content and very nice content.
We are
She did.
collaborating with her. Just
Oh,
letting you
wow.
know. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I know. Otherwise, I don't know any influencers.
Just,
Yeah.
just
By we,
universe trying to
Ashmita
make sense.
is referring to her company and not we as in don't know do care the podcast.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The company
Ah,
I'm working for,
Yeah.
Jivyam,
yeah.
for them, I am collaborating with
Yes.
Karishma Climate Girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I saw her reel on Instagram where she explained the entire story of how she felt when she heard the story and how she felt when she reached the tree, and she basically explained that it is this the significance and how tough is it to reach the tree and why reaching there being so tough is so significant. So I got
Tough as
like,
in like it's a difficult hike or
yeah,
emotionally it's
you
a
no, both actually, to be honest. Like
okay.
you'll have to drive to a certain point, and then after one point you can't drive your like heavy trucks or your pickup trucks. So if you have a smaller car, you can go up to a certain point, and then from there you'll have to hike and then reach this place. So anyway, the story behind this tree is basically this guy named Dennis Cronin. All right. So he was basically commissioned to cut down trees in that area for the construction to happen, and he's been doing this for like the past 30-40 years. So while he was on his recce to look like mark the areas and mark the trees which were supposed to be cut, he came across this tree, and for some reason, so basically it is a slightly sort of edging again. When he reached the tree, he felt something, that this tree shouldn't be cut, and he had no other reason, like there was no other any other explanation, at least what I could read on the internet. Like there was no other reason for him to not cut this tree. So anyway, so he was on his recce. He marked all the other trees, and he reached this tree, and he took out the ribbons, the green colored ribbon, which said not cut, like leave this tree basically.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, in his 40 years of work, this was probably the first or the second time that he has used that tape.
Might I just
That
add
said that
that having a green tape for a tree not to be cut is such a massive miscommunication because green is literally the
Why?
universal color for go ahead.
Go.
So go
Green
ahead
is
and not cut.
green is no. That makes no sense.
Go ahead and not cut nails. That's not how it works.
If anything, it should have been a red ribbon saying that please don't cut this fucking tree. A green
I don't
ribbon
know.
for
It
not
was just
cutting a tree makes no sense. Their color
no,
coding was all over the place.
but the
I don't know
tape,
what they
but
were
the
doing.
tape, though, but the tape said leave tree. Like it was written clearly on the tape. So I think that was clear enough for
No, but
the watchman.
why we use color
Also, it
codes is
worked.
because visibility. Because of visibility is why we use color codes, right? Because colors are visible at a much greater distance than the actual font and text.
See, the
Anyway,
trees
think
were
the-
literally right next to each other, so the visibility wasn't an issue, I think.
I don't know. I'm just
But
unconvinced.
Also, it
whatever.
Whatever.
worked. It worked.
Yeah,
They
it
did not
worked.
cut it
Fine.
down. But how, like, why just leave one tree? Like, you were wiping down entire forests, and he's
Because
Yeah.
like, this one
he
particular
got
one, it's fine.
he got wood.
Exactly.
That's why.
Ew, Sandy.
Ew, disgusting. Yuck, yuck.
Big word.
I cannot.
It basically his name for his dick was Big Lonely Doug.
Oh, no.
No,
That sort of
so
fits.
no. The thing is that Dennis wasn't the one who gave the tree the name. There was another person who gave him that name. But anyway, still funny.
Yeah.
Prakhar.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
The moment has
there's a-
passed.
So this guy, Dennis Cronin, he felt something when he was standing under this tree, and he felt that this tree shouldn't be cut. Also, because he could see that this tree is very huge, and so he marked it as not to be cut. And there was this estimation that they had made. If in case they had cut that tree down, they could have easily made like somewhere around $50,000, and basically they could have made like 4 or 5 cabins out of this one tree. So they could have made a lot of money, but this guy marked it as not to be cut.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So these trees were being felled because of construction of a highway or something, you said, no?
A lot of other activities like highway, and they needed the wood for construction of cabins, like houses back then.
Okay, but why then fell any tree, no? Because you can't construct a highway with one tree standing in the middle. Why did they cut off all the other trees?
No, so the trees which were cut near the Lonely Douglas, they were being used to make houses. Highway was still like very far off from the entire area.
You don't need trees to be cut to make houses. Unless you're making, like, you can use other construction material.
Yeah, but they
No, but
wanted to use the wood, no? That was the whole
That's just
thing.
a dick move. That's horrible.
Listen,
And wood is
back-
just not used for construction, right? Wood is used for a million other, things as well.
Yeah. So after the logging was done, this giant Douglas fir was left standing all by itself in the middle of a massive clearing. Like the rest of the trees were cleared, but leaving this one. And that's how it stayed until a photographer and activist named T.J. Watt came across it while he was out searching for big trees for the Ancient Forest Alliance. So it was during that time when this guy was also traveling around Canada and marking trees for the Ancient Forest Alliance. They were marking the forest area so that, like we have this thing in India, no, protected forest, and
Yeah.
so the same thing this guy was doing for the Ancient Forest Alliance. They were marking forests. So he was on his recce again when he came across this tree after the clearing was done. So he saw this tree standing alone and he photographed it.
And we'll put it on Instagram as well. As Prakhar pulls
Yeah.
it up to show it to us, you will be able to see it on Instagram, on our posts.
At TKTC podcast.
It does look sad, man. Especially the pictures with fog or winter behind it, like this one, which Prakhar is now showing to us. So for listeners, it's just big lonely duck standing in the middle, and there's fog and clouds forming in the background, and it just looks genuinely lonely. Like I feel bad.
So he photographed this tree and he gave him the name Big Lonely Dug. So he saw this lone towering tree in an empty clear cut, and it just stood there, majestic but also kind of heartbreaking. Of course, we saw the picture, and you guys can also watch it on our Instagram. The tree looks like lonely and very
Sad.
heartbroken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So reaching, like I vaguely mentioned that reaching this tree is very tough. So apparently the Canadian government, they have this entire document where they tell you how to reach the Big Lonely Dug. And I'll show you the document, but also there's this very cute thing, that's written in there. And I think out of the three of us, Ashmita will appreciate it. All right. And it is also for Ashmita because Ashmita, you're very clumsy, right?
Wow, thanks. Yes.
Yeah,
One thing that the listeners didn't know about me.
Because I had written in my notes that this line is for Ashmita. So I
Amazing.
remembered that you're, clumsy. So there's this cute line that says, the hike. So this line is not cute. The line that comes after this is cute. So
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure. So it says, the hike should only be attempted by those with good balance. So they've written in the document. So if you don't have good balance.
Was this special fuck you to me really necessary, Prakhar?
I mean, it shouldn't be so bad. No, wait a second. It is actually pretty bad because I remember when we were in Kerala, we were hiking, that the number of times that you fell and you
Excuse
slipped.
me, Sandy fell far more than I did.
Yes.
That is
I
also
agree.
true. Like Sandy
Yeah.
like Sandy's were just funny. I don't know. They were just funny. And yours was like also funny. I mean, but you
Fuck
both
off,
fell
Prakhar.
together. Sandy fell I think Sandy fell a lot more.
Literally. Also, he fell literally 100 meters into the hike. Like we just started and Sandy fell.
Yeah, that was fun.
Anyway, what was the second sentence, Prakhar?
So the second sentence, which is very cute, is that says, please limit time spent around the sensitive base of the tree, but be sure to give Doug a hug.
Oh. Right.
See, I knew only Ashmita will appreciate this.
Only
So
I
they
appreciate cute things anyway amongst the three of us.
That is true.
All right. So I'll just, they have this document that tells you how you should reach. So I have like a shorter version of it. I'll just let you know. The listeners also know. To get to this area, one has to follow a logging road that goes through a forested area and leads to the cleared area where Lonely Dug is located. The road does get increasingly more rocky as one goes along. So you cannot drive, like I mentioned, your 4x4 cars or your pickup truck because the road is not wide enough.
Yeah.
For the best view of the entire tree, you will get the ideal shot from the actual road. However, if you want to stand at the base of the tree, you will need to do a little hiking. You'll need to wear solid hiking shoes, boots, and physically be fit enough to handle steep inclines and rocky terrain to get to the tree base. When walking around Doug, you should walk softly. Loosening the earth around the tree base will exacerbate
Yes.
erosion and give it less ground to hang on to as it grows.
Yeah.
Also, make sure to avoid walking on the tree root system. This will avoid soil compaction and help ensure that the tree stays happy and healthy. This is also very cute, by the way. So I had no idea what soil compaction was. Do you guys know? Because I have written like the meaning of soil
yes,
compaction.
please tell us.
I mean, because
I
basically, if people are walking over it, you are basically compacting the top layer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the tree roots will not be able to breathe, or the air will not be able to seep through the soil to the roots. So basically that
makes sense.
So this was a shorter version of the entire document, but we can also share the document on Instagram.
It's by what, forestry department, or what is it? What's the source?
The forest department, yeah.
Okay.
Of the Vancouver Island. So there's this small documentary, like a 3-minute documentary, if you guys want to watch. All right. So this was about the Douglas tree, but the this is not the only tree or like the similar story in the entire world. There are multiple other stories and multiple other trees like this in the entire world, and we have one in India also, in Guwahati. But I'm not doing a story on that because that is not very exciting. And
I just took out the article by Diversity Assam. It says Lonely Tree in Guwahati, place for nature therapy. Of course, we had to make
Why
it.
is that such a generic name? Why not give it a specific, at least some personable name? No.
Yeah.
you know why I did not pick up the story? Because they've said that it's a lonely tree and it's the only tree in that entire area, and it's growing on a rock and everything. One side of the story is that it's sad and lonely. The other side is that they've mentioned this: you can come here with your family, have a nice time. You can spot for picnic, and you're with your friends and have like a great time. Like, bro, why? So anyway, the article was also very bad, so I didn't.
I think I think it's the same article, Diversity Assam article only, because the first sentence is only like the first paragraph is talking about making it a symbol of resilience and beauty, and then then the next paragraph says this place is perfect for enjoying nature with your friends or loved ones. The sandy banks invite you to spend joyful moments. It's just not.
Yeah, that's the area called Sandy Banks, by the way.
What? Really? No, they mean the river banks, which are sandy.
Yeah, the sandy area. There's a lot of sand in that area.
Yeah.
For the listeners, because we also keep calling sandy, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, the sandy area is my bedroom.
That's true.
I need to improve my jokes. Anyway, so there's another story, like similar story from around the world. This one is from Africa, and the place is called, I think, Niger. That's how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Niger.
Yeah. So anyway, the story is this tree is in Niger, and it's called the Tree of Ténéré. All right.
Okay.
The scientific name of the tree is acacia tree. So this time I had written, so I forgot. Like I had written the scientific name of this one, not the Douglas fir tree. Anyway, this explains the ADHD. Moving on, the tree is called the Tree of Ténéré, and it's in the Ténéré Desert in northeastern Niger. And despite its fame for being solitary, it was once part of much larger grove of trees. In fact, thousands of years ago, the area was likely entirely covered in forest. As the climate changed over time and rainfall became more scarce, the number of trees dwindled. So I'll show you the picture of the tree. And there's a very funny twist to this entire story. I'll come to that. So this one was taken in 1939.
Doesn't look like a very big tree though.
This one isn't a big tree, but the symbolism is what I'm trying to get to.
Again, we will put this up on Instagram, but it's basically one lone, poor, malnutrition tree standing in a desert.
Yeah. So have a very good look at the picture, right? So there's this one tree and the entire area is barren, right? It's all cleared. There's no other tree, no other obstruction or any other thing, right?
Yeah, looks like a desert.
Yeah. So this place basically became like a local landmark because while this wasn't the only tree, by the time it was recorded for the first time by Westerners, it was surrounded by more than, of course, 400 kilometers of nothing but sand in all directions. Virtually all local maps feature the tree since it was the only notable feature of the landscape. As a result, it became a local landmark used by caravans and travelers as they made the dangerous journey. For hundreds of years, traders led camels carrying salt, dates, and other goods through the desert, all stopping at this one location. All right. So now you saw the picture, right? And our listeners will also look at the picture. Now there's a very funny turn of events for this poor tree.
Okay? And while we are waiting for the turn of events, Why not we edge our listeners just a little bit further and wait till after the break? See you on the other
Damn.
side. As we welcome you back to after the break, now we wait for Prakhar to regale us with the interesting twist in this story. Over to you, Prakhar.
Hello and welcome to the third part.
Third part.
Anyway, welcome back. So I tried to make it.
Gave up like within a second, within 1 second.
All
Yeah.
right. So the funny twist to the story for the Tree of Ténéré. So this tree was in a desert, all right, and the desert is by no means a very hospitable place for a tree or for humans also. But we
Yeah.
have made our way through destroying nature and making even desert a place where we can, live.
Live. Yeah.
Anyway, so coming back to the topic, that desert is not a very hospitable place. This I've said twice. But a single tree managed to survive the arid wasteland for several years.
Hmm.
But what it couldn't survive, however, was a careless truck driver who somehow managed to hit the only obstacle in 800 kilometers stretch.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That sort of adds up, no? That sort of.
How? What the fuck? How?
Tell me about it. Imagine.
Was this driver from fucking Delhi? What is going on?
Why do you take a dig at Delhi drivers?
Mm.
Have you driven in Kanpur or Lucknow?
Also Calcutta. Jesus Christ.
My God, Calcutta. Yeah.
Calcutta drivers are the worst.
Ashmita, we have issues. We have taken the entire conversation to a very different level. have issues.
Sorry. Bring back. Sandy's just looking at us. Okay.
I was waiting how long it took you guys to figure out.
Sandy's like, I'll have to fucking edit out this part also.
Coming back to the point. So the tree itself was only a couple of meters tall with few living branches, but it still clung on to life to serve as a testament to resilience required for hardy desert people to survive. But a double whammy of bad luck would cut the tree's life short, literally. So this wasn't the only time, wasn't the first time, the only time that the tree got hit. To your surprise, there was a second incident that happened.
Oh my
Alright?
God.
The Tree of Ténéré's first run in with automobiles came sometime in 1940s when a careless driver somehow smashed it into it with his trunk, knocking down one of its two trunks, right? The tree's trunks. The tree, which was so special to the local people, I don't know why it was special, but anyway, local people was irrevocably damaged.
What do you mean? It is special. It is one single tree in a whole ass desert. Of course, it's special.
For a car to be there in the middle of Africa in the 1940s, like what are the odds of that? That's what I'm wondering.
No. What do you mean? A lot of African countries were 1940s is not as old as it seems. It's literally the Second World War going on at that point of time.
There were trucks and there were cars.
And there's enough. Automobile industry has grown at this point of time.
Again, 1940s, there was still not to the same extent. Globalization had not still taken place.
No, but colonization had no.
Yeah. That's where I was getting to. Yeah, colonization. Yeah, that's a better explanation. Yes.
But I showed you the pictures, right, of the tree.
Yeah.
So in the picture which was taken around 1970, you can clearly see a car and several other cars. Like there are different pictures where you can see a lot of cars. But 1940s there were trucks. Like they were using.
Of course, yes.
So the tree, which was so special to the local people, was irrevocably damaged, but managed to survive the incident. This was the first time that it was struck. All right, we're still on the first incident.
So ridiculous, dude.
In 1973, the final remaining trunk was struck again by a Libyan truck driver snapping it in half and killing the tree.
I
So
don't understand how. I don't understand how this is possible.
I know, for how is it possible? That's the only.
There's so much space. Like, it's not even like 1 car or 2 cars worth of space. There's literally like
Imagine.
acres and acres of land, like empty land around the tree, and these fuckers just went and hit the tree. It's insane.
I find it funny.
Was
That's the
it?
reason
Was
I
it?
took.
What was it? Was it like nighttime, or like dark, and by accident that happened, or what? How is
There were
this
a lot of-
possible?
No, there are a lot of suspicions behind it. What could have happened? So some say that he was drunk. Some people say that there was a sandstorm which made him go.
Couldn't see. Yeah.
Couldn't see the tree, and some say it was intentional. So there are a lot of theories behind it, but not a single like.
There is no credible theory. Yeah.
No verifiable source.
Yeah. So after
Makes
the
sense.
second incident, the trees remain were taken to National Museum in Niamey. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And a tribute was built in the tree's place. The monument was made of scrap metal and can't compare to a unique beauty of the original tree. It gets a little funnier from here. It looks more like an antenna than a tree, to be honest.
Oh,
But
no.
at least it's something. Now I'll show you the pictures of what they have put in place of the tree. It is actually very funny.
They're trying. Don't be mean. Poor guys had their only source, only
Try
one
harder.
tree.
Try harder.
Oh yeah, that is bad. That's literally just one rod.
That looks like a homemade antenna.
Yeah. It's they're correct. It's just one rod with
It's just one. It
scraps
looks
at the
like-
top.
It literally looks like an antenna. That is it, and
Yeah.
there's no other explanation to it.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
And also, if there are any
Exactly.
drivers who are looking forward to bash into that, I think there's still an opportunity to do that. You can still do that.
I think they've.
It's made of metal. It will be more of a challenge.
Yeah.
It will be more of a
Yeah.
challenge, but you can definitely do it if you put your mind to it.
I'll also show you the picture of the monument that they've made in the museum, and with the actual branches, the trunks of the tree, they've moved it to this village.
Can you believe the fact that we have to keep trees in our museum? That's so crazy. So, for listeners, we are seeing a picture of like a shelter of sorts, a square shelter that is made where 2 branches of the tree is kept in sort of a shrine. Yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Anyway, so with this, I come to the last section of my topic, and I think this one, Ashmita, we all, like 3 of us, should know or might have heard about this tree. It's called the Great Banyan Tree in Calcutta. All right.
Yeah.
So this is roughly around 200 or 250 year old banyan tree. I'll cut the story short. And this tree is so huge, like this banyan tree is so huge that it almost looks like a forest in itself. But it's actually a single tree that has grown so much that it looks like a forest.
I think forest is an exaggeration. Like, it looks like a cluster of like 3-4 trees. It doesn't look like a forest.
It is huge. Listen,
It is huge, but it doesn't look anywhere close to a forest. It just looks like a cluster of trees, and
forest.
And also very true to the nature of banyan tree. Banyan trees look like old banyan trees always look like a cluster and not just a single tree. So whoever wrote that it looks like a forest has never seen a forest before. Poor person. Why are you rolling your eyes at me, Prakhar? It's true.
A forest is a cluster of trees. Just
A
depends
small
on what size.
cluster. A very, very small cluster. Forest has hundreds and hundreds of trees, if not thousands. This one is like, it's single digits.
Okay.
It is not that big. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. This
Yeah.
tree is around 250-year-old, maybe planted around 1700s. There's no, like, they don't know the exact date, of course, but
Why
pretty
would
old
they?
tree. No, there was no
Why
reason
would
for them to
anyone?
pinpoint.
Yeah, yeah.
What makes it mind blowing is its size. The canopy spreads over about 2 hectares, 1.5 to 2 hectares,
Oh,
roughly.
wow.
Yeah, 5 acre. If will you be able to understand in acres, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just know
Because I
it's
have
a
a
big area. That's all.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
it has thousands of aerial prop roots. Some estimates say over 3,000 or even 4,000. So prop roots is basically the ground,
Yeah.
the roots that come out of the ground and then basically become like the tree in itself. It looks like a
Yeah,
independent tree, but it's actually the root of the same tree.
yeah. Very categorical to banyan
Yeah.
trees, right? Yeah.
A little segue. There was this time back in school when read banyan tree as banyan tree. It was
Oh,
funny back then.
yes.
It is not funny now, but
Yeah.
uh,
I
this.
would hope so. But yeah, a lot of people did.
Okay, so here's a little twist. So this tree's main branch, like the main trunk of the tree, doesn't exist. It got damaged. So there were two cyclones that happened in the area in around 1800s, and the main trunk of the tree got damaged, and they had to basically cut it out because there was a fungal infection that
Oh,
started spreading in the tree. So for it to survive, the forest department had to cut the main trunk of the tree. So basically, if you think about it, the main trunk of the tree isn't there. The tree
so it's
is
just a
only.
cluster of roots.
Yes. Now, like,
Nice.
it is quite big. I'll show you a picture of the Google map. They've taken it, the satellite image of the tree.
Mhm. It's
Tree of the
gigantic.
forest.
Yeah, it is.
It is huge.
I see why the person who took this picture, saw this picture, said it is like a forest because it is massive. Yeah.
Yeah, this is so there was no high resolution picture available of the tree. Imagine we are in 2025 and we still don't have a high resolution picture of this tree.
It's too big. Nobody was able to capture it. It's huge.
So the locals call it the walking tree.
Mhm.
Very apt name, no?
Sometimes because it seems to move because it
Yeah.
moves and keeps growing, so that's the reason they call it the walking tree.
Can I just point out
Mhm.
how poetic this name is versus Big Lonely Dog? Like
No,
walking
actually,
tree is nice. I mean, I am a little biased, but also it's nice. It is not. It's not Big Lonely Dog.
anyway, so since we are talking about like the significance of the tree, like in the case of the lonely duck, why that guy felt that this tree shouldn't be cut, and how it became such a big thing. Now people travel from like all the way
Mhm.
to this tree to see it and to feel. There were so many stories and videos I saw about of these people traveling to this tree, the lonely duck, and they were crying and they were apologizing to the tree. To it was literally out of how they felt, and the story behind the tree, and the fact that this is the only tree that is left in the entire valley of its kind. The only two trees, the red creek I told you guys about, and the lonely duck. So these are the only two trees that are left from the entire valley, and so old, the old growth trees. This then brings me to this very controversial topic of what is happening now in India. We all know, like,
Yeah.
the recent incident, or the story that is building up in Bihar, where the entire farm area and the forest area was sold to Adani at 1 rupee, weirdly.
Yeah.
And there are about 10 lakh trees that are estimated to be cut for this.
Yeah. We should link an article. Like
Yeah,
somebody needs
yeah.
to remember to do that. We should link
No,
the
no,
Adani
I'll send
article.
you links. I have links to all of this. I'll send you the links. And similar stories, like there are so many stories from India and around the world, but more so in India because we don't have, such strong laws for deforestation. Of course, there are, but they're very, very selective of who will face the repercussions
Yeah.
and on whom the laws apply to. It's very, very sad,
You get to get away with destroying nature if you are, in the in
wealthy,
yeah,
Rich
if you're
enough,
wealthy, you're
basically.
rich,
Yeah.
influential.
rich enough, and also associated with the correct political party.
Mhm.
That becomes very, very important. So, of course, Modi, along with Ambani, Adani, have absolutely destroyed the ecological balance of our country. But here we are.
Yeah. And you actually don't need, science to tell you how bad this sounds. Cutting
Yeah,
10 lakh trees is a lot. And even
yeah.
if you replant these trees, it doesn't make sense. The trees that you're cutting are literally more than 20, 30-year old.
It is. I mean, a lot of discussion goes on around this. So, carbon sequestration. So, a lot of companies, when the concept of carbon credits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of these rubbish ass companies, to be able to keep emitting their carbon emissions, what they started doing was they started buying these shit ass carbon credits, and these are
Mm.
buying areas to do afforestation.
Yeah.
The measurement, and there was a lot of discussion around this, and scientists absolutely were, obviously, because they are sensible, they were against this. People were cutting down trees, and they were like, we are planting trees against this. Now the problem is, scientifically, that's such a dumbass thing to do,
Yeah.
because tree that takes years to grow has literally the maximum amount of stored carbon in it. Like on land, the maximum carbon storage happens through trees. And if you cut it down, you are emitting that. It is active carbon emission of carbon that was stored for such a long time. And then when you're reforesting, you're afforesting wherever the fuck you're afforesting. One, we don't know if that is going to survive or not, because
Yeah.
so many factors of native trees, so many factors of destroying the ecology around, and then kind of trying to get trees growing over there, which doesn't work. And we
Afforestation in
need,
India, I feel, at least in a place like Delhi, is a scam. They'll tell
Mhm.
you that they'll plant more trees, but they hardly do. Even if they do, they don't match the numbers that they should
yeah, yeah.
replant. And the third point is that they don't take care of the trees. You need to water the plants. You need to make sure that they grow properly, but they
I
don't do
mean,
that.
if you're planting native trees, you don't need to do all of
Yeah.
this, because
Yeah.
native trees will grow in natural conditions only. But we have worked with the government in such projects. No, one plant only they were planting from the origin of Ganga to the sea. It is impossible that throughout
Yeah.
5 states there is no change in topography. That's impossible, considering how versatile our climate and our soil is. So it is.
No,
It's
but
just,
tell me
it's a
also,
full blown scam.
tell me something. Since we all know in Delhi, the groundwater level has also gone down by a lot.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you plant if you have a sapling, it won't be able to survive because the groundwater is has gone down by a lot. So
That's true.
isn't that also a problem, because you need to keep watering the plant.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I am like, I do not know enough science to know this, but yeah, it is. It only makes logical sense that if you have destroyed ecological setup, the ecosystem is only gone. You
Yeah.
will have to. You will have to do something to build that ecosystem back. Like, it's not. You have ruined the natural conditions for
Yeah.
trees to thrive, and we are facing the repercussions. I mean,
Yeah.
look at what has happened in during these
Himachal,
monsoons.
Uttarakhand, what
Yeah,
happened?
and that's also because of felling of so many hundreds of trees over there that they have done in the past few
Yeah.
years, and they have
Have you seen the
completely
video?
destroyed.
Did you see
Which
the
video?
video of the timber trees that got accumulated near a dam because of the floods? So So, I mean, it pointed out the timber industry, how illegal trees are being cut in that entire valley in the area. And because of the flood, the whatever trees that they had cut got flood, like, wiped because of the flood. And it got all of these trees got accumulated near a dam. And people took videos and pictures of it and, started asking questions. Of course, nothing happened. No legal
Nothing else.
action
Yeah,
was
nothing is
taken against
happening.
anyone, but that shows you what level of deforestation is happening in the valley, and we're facing the repercussions of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, these rich assholes who are hoarding all the money, they will face the repercussions far later than we will. But now, for instance, Punjab's fields got flooded.
Yeah.
It is our biggest food supplier.
Yeah.
Crops are primarily coming from Punjab. Do you think it is not going to impact the prices of the food?
Of course,
The
of course it
crops
will.
that are, so we are fucked. Like, and we are still comfortable. People who are barely able to put 2 meals together as of today only. I hate to think what is going to happen in the next cycle. Like coming March,
Yeah.
April, it's going to be so bad.
It's going to get
It's
bad every year.
yeah,
I
it's
think
just
this
it's
year it got
getting
really
worse.
bad. This year it got really bad, and I can only imagine what will happen next year.
It's bad.
There's also a good that came out of all of this is also what happened in Mumbai. If you remember the RA forest
Yeah.
the thing that happened, they were supposed to cut down so many trees to build a metro shed, but because people protested and it became so big that they had to stop. The Supreme Court had to put a stop on the deforestation, and they had to shift the site to a new location. While there are people who are cutting down trees, there are people who protest, and there is something good that comes out of it. So people can change things, and if people are open enough and woke enough to talk about it, they should
there is.
do it. And now we all have this space called social media, which we can put to use for a good cause than looking at what Trump has to tweet or has to say. But
He
this
doesn't
space
tweet
can be
anymore.
used. Oh, okay.
He's on Truth now.
Yeah, but all of it is also shared on Twitter also.
That is
and Instagram. So we can use this space for a better use and better cause. Recommendation time. Okay, so this brings to my recommendation for this week, and it's actually pretty simple. You don't have to read anything, you don't have to listen to anything. I would really love it if you can follow certain people on Instagram which you think are talking about the real problems and the solutions, and do your bit. Talk about what issues are going on in your country and in your state and in your locality. If you can't, what can be done in the country is a bigger space, and can be pretty tough to think about. Maybe just start with your locality. Maybe start with your locality. Maybe start with your society or apartment. Maybe organize a tree plantation drive in your society. That's a small move that you can do and doesn't really take much effort. Talk about deforestation, talk about the real issues, talk about the real problems that people need to listen to and should talk about. So that's my recommendation. Please be more vocal about what really is happening in your country and in your locality, and talk about it.
Yeah. But I'll just very quickly translate that for people who didn't understand that. He's basically recommending that you grow a conscience ASAP. So I think that was the recommendation of the week, right?
Nice.
So,
in short, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, I have a small joke with
it better land. You have built up so much, it better land. It better be a fucking good joke.
Well, that can be questionable, but okay. Can I ask you?
Yes. Please.
Okay.
Prakhar, is it going to be a very
It's a-
Prakharish joke?
Yeah, of course.
Oh God, go ahead.
But I think you'll know the answer. Sandy is
Okay.
pretty smart, but you forget things. So
Thanks.
I
What
have
do you
hope in
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Prakhar. Thank you so much.
Sandy
should have-
is
you
smart,
should
so he
have-
can guess it.
You should have said it behind Ashmita's back, But the good thing is, in half an hour, she'll forget about this, so it's fine.
True.
What is the joke?
All right.
What was the joke?
So, okay. So I have a question. Okay, which you need to answer, and that is the joke.
Okay.
What do trees do when they go on the internet?
They log in.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
I told you Sandy will guess it. He's very.
I mean, I knew it was a dad joke as soon as you said it, so I had to think from a dad joke's point of view. So yeah.
Ashmita, were you able to guess it? No, right?
Of course not.
See, I wasn't wrong then.
So you're calling me dumb?
No.
You said Sandy is smart.
I think we
And
should put
excluded
the.
me.
Be able to guess
we
it.
should-
Specifically.
Anyway, while these guys plan about kicking back and relaxing with a cup of wine, we sincerely hope you do so too. While doing that, please do let us know your favorite brands and or types of wines by writing to us at don'tknowdocare1@gmail.com. The one is numerical. Or you can let us know by sliding into our DMs on Instagram at DKDC Podcast. We hope you have a great week ahead. Kick back and relax with your cup of wine. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.